What's up? What's up, everybody? Hey, we'll let some people trickle in. I know all the systems got to get flowing and the juices got to get going. And I'm going to bring the homie on. There he is. Man, right at the last minute, my dog just swooping in like Superman.
Swooping in.
Swooping in. What's up, man?
Not much, how are you?
Good. Hey, welcome back to America.
Thank you.
Where were you?
I was in French Polynesia.
I don't even know what that means. Were you in France?
I was not. I was in the South Pacific.
Why would they call it? So the French own that joint over there?
Apparently, yeah.
The French were pretty badass until America came around.
Yeah, it was. I don't speak a word of French, so it was a little challenging when I was on my own. But luckily, I had some friends who that's their first language, so they helped me feel like less of an idiot.
All good. Cool. So you had a good time though. You had a blast. Now you're back to business.
Good fun. Yeah. Traveled yesterday, back to business. It was a little foggy yesterday, and but yeah, back at it today.
So. As it happens, because when we get jet lagged and all that. So right on, man. Well, glad to have you back in America. Glad to have you back here. Glad to have you inside of Deal Sauce with us because you've been here for almost as long as I have, just kind of hanging out in the wings. But today we're going to go through, and I think you missed some of this as well, but we're going to go through finding wholesalers. And we had some really, really, really awesome training last week, early in the week. I don't even know what day it is either, because I've been traveling, as you know, so much too. So on the 25th, so it was earlier this week, Monday. Mm-hmm. It already seems like last week. We had an awesome, there was 320 people that came through. And we had like 170 people just hanging out with us strong. And
was this for the Prop.ai?
Prop.ai, the collaboration, where we're marrying, of course, we're going to marry Deal Sauce with Prop AI. And so like, dude, I knew about the system. I knew about Prop AI when it first came out. I was in the early testing of it just because I was in Deal Sauce. It was like, hey, might as well just test this out too. So we were early adopters of it, but like everything, it needs time to just work itself out and work the kinks out. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's how startups are. Mm-hmm. So, but bro, like we're 2 for 2 right now, where just Nathan and I get together on the same Zoom, and he came on and was, dude, 2 phone calls, boom, leads, done. And they're actually decent deals that could manifest into really fantastic opportunities. So on Monday, we were on the call, and we pulled the list. I just chat GPT the list. And that's all I'm doing right now too, is like, tell me where the best markets are, because AI, statistics, all those things, you use them together, dude, it's a powerful tool. And I researched like, hey, I make money in these markets at like 50,000 people to like 100,000, 150,000. My market's small.
Yep.
We hang out here, and bro, but has substance. So if I can do it, why can't someone do it in a 50,000 person market as well? Obviously, with economics and things that are going on in that, if everyone's dependent on one company, I wouldn't invest there. But you look at the market research. Long story short, ChatGPT'd it. I was like, this is how easy we can do it. Research, find it on the list, pull it on Deal Sauce, put it through Prop AI, see what comes up.
So what was your prompt on that?
I could probably go find it. It was literally, I'm concerned, I want that amount of people. So 50,000 people to like 100,000.
Okay.
Let's go through that. And then I said, I want a cash flow market. Year over year growth should be positive. And, economic drivers look good. I'm being vague about it because I also I don't know, ChatGPT, you tell me what you're going to research.
Yeah.
And it found these 3, and I said West Coast because we were geared towards the West Coast because it was late at night on the East Coast. So didn't really want to call people on the East Coast. And bro, found a list active on market. I'll show everybody right now if you want. I'll just show everybody what we did. And it was 3 markets that are together, about 300,000 people, give or take, I think, in that area. But you can just take one of the markets. Active on market, absentee in state. That could just mean you have a PO box. That could just mean you have a UPS box. I'm an absentee owner in state, right? So like I knew you would get that, but what you're going to get is investors. You're going to get folks that truly have 2nd, 3rd homes or own multiple assets that are for sale. And that's exactly what we ended up with. The first call, agent didn't answer. Triple dialed, I think, and then I think we texted him. But he answered the AI, and the AI called him, had a conversation, gave us the notes on it. So maybe he was in the bathroom or something. Who knows? But he told Jen, GEN, the chat bot, the conversation. So, and it said like, yeah, there was interest. So whatever, he didn't pick up. Second call, her name was Lee. Selling her father's properties, seller finance.
Okay, I remember hearing a little bit about this.
Bro, like super easy.
And then she rattled off a handful of other properties that her father had, or, you know, maybe interested in, you know, in seller financing, right?
Yeah. Here I'm playing with these cameras while I get myself together here. Welcome everybody, by the way. Good to see everybody here. Yeah, dude. She had a bunch of stats and a bunch of statistics that she knew. It was great. Let me see if I could share.
So when you said you guys texted the first gentleman, did that come from Jen, or she just set everything up and then said, this guy wants a call back or a text back, and then you that you texted him yourself, right?
Yeah, no, she had a conversation. Bro, she answered the phone. She was in the hospital visiting her mother-in-law that was like Alzheimer's. And so kudos to her for that, doing the thing. Yeah, I don't want that. I'm trying to see if I can get this. Let's get this app.ai. Yeah, dude, the agent picked up the phone at the hospital. And she's like, we couldn't hear her, but she was rattling off some stuff. Then she's like, I'll call you right back. And she called back. So as an agent, she did everything she should have been doing, which I love. And yeah, here's the market. I bet you I still have it. I hope I have it under my saved searches. I don't, do I? Dang it. Oh, no, right here. So Kennewick, Washington, Pasco, Washington, Richland. It's southeast. I'll show you where it's at. And it looks like a beautiful place too, by the way. And actually some of the assets that she had ended up giving us. A couple of her father's properties. Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, we pulled this list, 230, 164 calls. So let me try to get good at this here. Stop sharing for a second. No, I don't want to leave the studio. That would have been bad.
And you got 2 responses or two good leads? Because I thought you got like maybe 10 plus picked up and had a conversation, right?
So out of 230 we loaded, it was 164 phone calls, one way or another, right? It just, maybe the phone numbers were bad. Maybe it didn't have phone numbers because some agents just put their emails out there. So we ended up having 164 calls. 164 calls turned into 40 some odd who picked up. From the 40 who picked up, AI had a conversation with, whether it was a hang up, they stayed on the line. 16 of those turned into callback requests, which then equated to us just going through 16 really quickly and looking for like something that says motivated or still interested, or yes, call me right now. Mm-hmm. So whatever, we started at the top and looked at the first few, and we got that guy, John, he didn't pick up. And then we went to the second one that was Lee. She picked up. And then we ran out of time. Like we could have kept going down the list. So out of 16, we could have had maybe, you know, and I think Nathan tells me the statistics, like you're going to have like 5 people that probably shouldn't be on that list. Maybe like it's already under agreement, but like the notes are there to qualify and they're very basic to go through. Mm-hmm. But dude, it was that easy. And those deals, he's like, I want to make an offer right now. I'm like, shame on me. I'm like pumping the brakes a little bit. Like, dude, I don't know. Like, just chill. I just want to show people like that it's possible. And we're having trouble streaming on Facebook. Okay, maybe that's fine. If you're about to stream on Facebook, sure, I'm going to do that. Hold on a second, guys. I'm going to try to see if I can do this. Facebook just popped up. So, dude, it was so impressed, so happy with it, and I couldn't have been happier. So, yeah, dude, we're going to keep doing it. And now it's lit a fire into my ass. And now we're like, what else can we do? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I think Chris Geddes came on, Nick came on, his closer, and we're going to keep collaborating with those boys, showing that it's proof, showing that we can do this, but also the same notion, like, that's it. Do it for free. So they're giving you 1,500 leads. And if anyone, we're going to do a day 2. I'd love for you to be there. Let me see if I can show you guys right here. I'll throw that up. You guys can register. I bet you it still shows the old date. Probably still says August 25th, just because we went through it. We're still going through the notes. We're still going through like how that went and what things we can improve. But we're going to do something either like next, not this coming week or the following. Let me look at the date, but probably like September 9th or the 8th, I bet. And we'll do the same thing, but this time we'll go through the leads. We'll probably qualify some more leads. We'll already have had conversations all this week, all next week. And the other cool thing is people who register, we're going to give them the recordings, and we're going to bank recordings and the different phone conversations that we've all had. Those should all go up into a drive, and we want to share that drive with people. So it's turning into like an education that we didn't even know, but we're just jiving. Like we're just doing what we want. And it's kind of cool.
That's awesome. I mean, I think those resources will be like so critical for people because, on our weekly calls, that is one question that continues to come up every single time is how do I use this with prop AI?
Yeah. Right? Yeah. And that's the thing for me. I was like telling the whole team, I'm like, yo, I'm a student of this. Mm-hmm. So I know how many videos I'm putting out as far as like helping people. And I think I'm helping people with Deal Sauce and how to get active and how to do the things, but how to navigate it and search all these different spots. I'm like, I think prop AI needs that because I certainly know that I want to be able to guide people into the right direction. So yeah, dude, there's gonna be a lot more collaboration, a lot more hangout. And yeah, I'm excited to go with like agents, real estate agents. That's going to be next. And then we should also probably have a conversation around, speaking of agents, let me see who's on here. What up? Usually Nadine pops in. And I want to do some collaborations with agents, lenders. As you're in the money business, mm-hmm. You're in the talks of funding deals, finding deals, funding our own deals together. And
yeah, I want to. Nathan and I had a quick conversation a couple months ago about how to utilize the software or how to utilize prop AI to reach out to lenders, and a little bit different than it would be for somebody who's actually selling their home or would be open to selling their home. But would love to collaborate with him on that to get the right structure, the right messaging, because it's.
So what I found out, and to interrupt you, and everyone, hey, welcome, by the way, Justin Tuminowski, Eric Irvine here. Eric's back from his trip into the French Riviera. I lied. It's not the French Riviera. It's something French. But he was on a trip, well-deserved, but also well-planned. And yeah, we're just going to collaborate. We're digressing over what occurred on Monday. We had a webinar, super successful collaboration between Prop AI, which is automated AI technology phone calls, cold calling, and Deal Sauce, of course, finding the leads. So that marriage had to have happened, and we're just getting going on it. And I'm super excited, but get our data, find the best data, get the best of all the data we can, strategies, go over to Prop AI, put it into their AI technology, and have phone calls. So we're just talking about Monday. And then now one thing, Eric, for that, and then we're going to get into finding wholesalers. It's not really about the strategy in the script right now. From what I understand, you got to just start somewhere on these conversations and let AI, you have to see what works, and then you manipulate it from there. So I think that's sort of the ethos that he likes to predict.
Yes, you can sit there and spin your wheels forever without actually trying something, but he wants to just go out, break it, see what's getting some traction there, and then move forward, with whatever's working.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. So I'll share again here, do some presenting. And I think the thing is I need to get back into that software. I know you're already working with it with Jamie and kind of messing around in there.
A little bit. Yeah.
I think I would like to also have one where I'm looking at it as well. You can see my screen. Oh, yeah, you go. You can see it.
Got it.
All right. Cool, dude. Well, good to have you. And everyone, when we were on that call on Monday, this is what we did. We ended up pulling a list. I think I pulled a Reno list. I don't even think I ran it. We pulled the Reno list and we pulled this list. This is active on market. Check it out. Very basic. All the asset class. So we're not going to discriminate on what type of asset or property type, but it was in-state absentee owner. So on market, absentee owner, no rhyme or reason. I ChatGPT'd this area. I said, give me a market that's 50 to 100,000 people, positive cash flow, year-over-year growth, trending upwards, maybe a hot market that's prospering or starting to prosper. And that's all I said. And again, it was West Coast. So we called this list, ended up second call with 2 leads, seller finance. I was just blown away how freaking easy it was. So get yourself Prop AI, get yourself dude, he's giving away 1,500 calls. This was 164 calls we made out of 1,500 free. So we could have 2 deals already. And then we didn't even go through the rest of the leads. That we just ran out of time. And yeah, so that's the marriage we're trying to propose here and get people doing good deals. So that's it, Eric. Let's go over to something you and I have done before, but we haven't talked about it in a different way. And that's finding wholesalers. We've been asked that question a crap ton of times. Have we not?
Too many. And we've gone through it. We've tried to find private money lenders. I think that's what we were focused on, is this filter here down in double closing, because you can get wholesalers here. Again, deal sauce. I'm in the filter section. This is a custom feature that we put in here. This is something that I personally said I want in here. And it's double closing time frame, double closing. And that was just to gear folks up to find double closes. Now that double closing and wholesale has become a thing in different states, and they're outlawing wholesaling, and you got to find tips and tricks to get around it. Let's find the folks that are wholesaling, but lending, gators, gap lending, EMD lending, all that stuff. At the click of a few buttons, now you're introducing yourself to lenders. Mm-hmm.
Furthermore, the little secret that we were doing here is this owner name. Now we were using it on the LLCs for RV parks, mobile home parks, to get that person that has that name in there that says mobile home or RV park. But now let's look up home buyers. So check it out. Let's just go to the backyard. I'm going to go to New Hampshire. And then we're going to just do a little custom search, Eric. So this is just a basic search for everybody who's watching. This is just 500,000 properties that are coming up residential. But let's say that I'm doing deals all in New England and I want to go find lenders and wholesalers. I'm not going to discriminate. I want to search where I can touch. And this is what I can touch right here. So we're going to bring up 3.5 million properties. Pretty cool. You can't do that on other softwares. We're not going to go touch anything else. I mean, we could touch active on market, and you know what? That's what we will do, because I want to see and I want to show you who's selling deals as well. There's 14,000 on market, and all I'm going to type in, and you can do different keywords. I'm going to do home. I'm going to hit home, enter, and hit done. It should enter on the left-hand side on the summary side. So check it out. Right there, you want to make sure you see it there, whatever keyword it is. And we have 24 assets. Now let's go take a look. Owner, Home Innova, Home Improvement Maintenance, Home Development Corp, Sammy something Investments, House to Home Development, Build Equity Investment Home, Sag Home Service. Oh, stop it. Turnkey, Rourke, Home Equity Loan, New Hampshire Home Buyers, JP Home Repairs, Dream Home Lips.
So these are all active listings, right?
Active listings. So these are people actually doing deals that have the word home. Naples Home Buyer.
Okay. So you're going to see who the actual owner is right now. Who is that wholesaler, flipper?
Yeah, they're wholetailing, and then clearly they're buying these deals under their LLC of home buyers. So Pro Home Buyers, Naples Home Buyers, these are all wholesalers.
Yeah. So you can click on any one and then see the agent, right?
Well, no, look at this. Check it out. Yeah, the agent's one. So there's there's so much value you can get from this. It keeps going. You get all these different assets that they're doing, right? So you can see what they're up to. You can see what they buy. I know these people, but look at their lender. This dude I know he's in my market. I know I can do, and I do similar assets and I do similar deals like him. So why wouldn't RAC Capital lend to me?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like maybe they won't, of course. Maybe there's a track record. Maybe there's just private money. I don't know. But I also know that like I can like it, know it, like it, touch it, see it, feel it, whatever. That person would lend with me, most likely, if I can get a hold of them. So I would Google this person, see who they are. And if they're lending in Massachusetts and I'm doing a flip in Massachusetts, these dudes bought it for $375. They're selling it for $535. They bought it in April and it's now August. And they think they just listed it.
Yeah, but my thought was if you can see that agent information, if we're looking for a wholesaler list.
Bernadette.
So Bernadette is working with investors.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously probably working with, homestead buyers and sellers, but you can call her and say, hey, I know you're working with home improvement, whatever it is. I can't see the name. But
yeah, New Hampshire home buyers.
But ask her what other wholesalers she's working with, what other flippers she's working with.
Oh, without a doubt. And like State Funding LLC, I don't know who that is, but like, I don't know. They got their stuff funding. This other company, this other flipper.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you get the before and afters. 2024, they bought this thing in November and they're selling it in end of July, August. So, well, who do they know? And that's what I want to get into right now. It's like, who do they know? What's the value you can extract from these individuals?
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes beyond just lending and a wholesaler. That's what I want to get into right now. And I'll share my screen here. So I'm going to pause this and we're going to talk about, so we've found a way to find these deals, Eric. All right. So now I'm going to do this with you. Are you there? No, you're not. There you go. Yep. Check it out. So we're going to get some wholesalers, right? So we're going to find a wholesaler. Chicken scratch. And then we're going to do, why is it important? So why? I want to do a little exercise. So you're going to look at your connection in the market. So collab. You should know the people that are doing deals. And I know some wholesalers out there, they get hit up a lot too, and they're going to be nasty to you. Not necessarily nasty. They might leave you on unread, or you might not get a hold of them at first. Don't worry. Understand something that that's normal. People are busy. Wholesalers are busy. Also, people are always kind of coming at them like, hey, what can I do? Can I work for you? Can I work with you? And if they're not part of the mindset that we have also is the go-giver type of mentality that we all come to in this community and outside of the community, even there's a lot of people that just need that permission to understand hey, we play nice in the sandbox, but you're going to have others that don't play nice in the sandbox. The dude that I know that we showed earlier, he doesn't necessarily play nice in the sandbox. Everything is, I'll tell you for $1. I'll tell you if you sign up for my course. It's super cheesy. It's so cheesy. And it's so, you can see right through it, but cool. Do your thing. And you'll get under individuals like that. They'll want value first, but that's what you should be doing. And offer what you have and then what you need and see how it goes. But you can be persistent. So anyway, connection, collab, but you're going to get deal flow. But also you can bird dog, also maybe bring them deals, bring deals or leads to help close. There could be a JV there. You can get on a fix and flip. You never know. Bring the deal to, forego your assignment. What else do we have? We have dispo, buyers list. That's really important. It's not as important these days now that we have, technology. Again, you can go over to I should keep this up. Share screen. Go do something like this. Oh, damn. You don't want that. You don't want all those screenshots. You have buyer match AI. We can rank this. We should just try to do that right now. I don't know what's going to come up. All right, we have 1 through Damn, dude. 80 properties that it's matching to this Northampton, Mass property. Jennifer Shipman, Joseph Mano. I thought it said Joseph Moreno. He's a big time money lender. But yes, we're giving you people that would buy this deal.
I think we touched on this a couple of weeks ago, but
New York.
Refresh my memory. Why are these people being suggested?
I don't know if I got an answer on all of that. They've bought in deals. Okay. Landlords, flipper. I don't know. So but it's also
proximity to the location.
It should be.
Okay.
But here, let's back out. Yeah. Oh, New York's right there. That's why. All right.
Okay.
So there could be a reason why Northampton's out there. This is in the middle of the state. I mean, you're right next to what? Springfield? Yeah. Springfield's right here. You're in no man's land out there to some degree. So I wouldn't doubt that you're going to have some investors out that way.
Okay.
But I have to get clarification on a lot of things like that, the nuances from like the dev team, but they're looking at people who've bought and purchased deals and that are landlords. They have this designation. So they're there and they're already under our investor umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a couple Massachusetts, Chicopee, Mass, but you would expect to have a lot more Massachusetts people. So not sure. Either way, it's a point you in the right direction, and that's where it's getting better.
Yeah.
So let me take this down, go back here. Go back. No, I don't want to do that. Let's do that. Remove. All right. Cool. Damn it, dog. I'm striking out on my, I don't know the right setting. We'll try that one. So we have buyers list. What else we have? Then you get your lenders, of course. Is it hard money lenders? Is it a PML? That one that I showed you earlier, I think it was like RAC Capital or RAC. Mm-hmm. I think that's his hard money lender.
Okay.
And that dude will lend. I think they have deep pockets over there. But the biggest thing too is don't forget title company. Again, you're in different markets and you might not know a title company. You want to go with the dogs or like where everyone's familiar with, wholesale and creative. We've went through a lot of pain and heartache around this country doing deals with title companies that just didn't have a clue and they were saying no, they'd shut the front door on us. But it's gotten a lot better. But again, if you don't know, you don't know. So if you're brand new, these guys will give you they'll lead you the way. But Eric, the other thing is I want to talk about is contractors. As a contractor, I still have contractor problems. You got vendors.
I'm well aware.
Yep, you are. And so, that for me is more powerful than a lot of that, truthfully. Mm-hmm. You can get your lender from you don't even have to make the phone call.
So what's your approach to finding new contractors?
Well, it's just look at this. I mean, you got to make friends. I don't think they're going to give them away right away. A lot of these guys, if you have a good contract, you hold it close to the vest. Exactly. Let's be real. But if you're one of these dudes here, I'll bring up the local yokel. He's right here. But you can also get right here. Not saying this looks like lipstick on a pig, like they sprayed it and threw rock, and they don't even have indoor photos, because this almost tells me that there's a reason why they don't even have indoor photos. I don't know why. Is it a whole tail? And that's a very expensive whole tail. Or is it coming? I think it's coming soon, potentially. Coming soon, but it should be live. Either way, who is it that he had do this? Even if it's one vendor. It's proof of concept. And that's what I'm saying. You have a wholesaler, he's a home buyer, clearly. And like I told someone yesterday, and they were making the joke on our live the other day. They were like, I'm like, look for the word solutions. Type in the word solution or solutions. And one dude came on it's on YouTube on the video. He's like, so-and-so solutions. And he's like, look, it works for me. That's his brand name. But that's a very common wholesaler term.
Yeah.
and a business name. So, dude, it's a cheat sheet right here. And I say just copy their homework. That's it. You're copying the work that's already been done. RAC Capital, you got his lender, you got a wholesaler, open Pandora's box. You got contractors, vendors, cleaners, landscapers, you name it. As long as they're willing to provide value or you have an exchange in value, I don't see why not. So, dude, that right there is a game changer. Mm-hmm. And everyone who's watching at home, all we did, I searched my market. I just searched, check it out, Polygon search. I typed in New Hampshire, and then I just did the Polygon search up here in the map. And I searched an area that I'm familiar with, right? Gave it some, and stretch it out a little bit too, because people travel, people do deals everywhere. So don't limit yourself. You might have this dude over here, Home Development Corp. He might be doing deals in your backyard, but he's in Connecticut or something. So search it. And then we went to filters. I did active on market. I mean, let's go out of that, Eric. Let's get rid of the active listings and see what else pops up for home. 1,000, over 1,000. I might be inclined to type in home buyer. That's not true. 4. Level home buyers, home buyer. Probably had to add the S, make it plural. But again, just keep doing this. You can build your list. Pretty awesome. All right. Building wholesaler lists. Super easy.
Okay. And then how to actually build a list, what is the best way to actually export that, to have that information? Are you taking notes down? Are you just taking their LLCs, or can we put those into our leads?
Oh yeah, definitely. So I actually would like to see if we could, it'd be really neat to just extract that name. So you're saying, like, if you extracted that name, first of all, you can save this search feature.
Right.
You know, that's what I would do. So save the search filter. I actually like the active on market one, just to see who's actually selling deals and doing deals, because we might bring up old stale information, but you definitely figure out the search or the different names. And yeah, then what I would do is you can either export it, you put them in the leads. Let's take those ones, put them in the lead bucket. Mm-hmm. You can either skip trace it. I don't even think you need to. You can just Google it. There's only 4 of them here.
Yep.
And we've done this before. We've looked up different people, like Rhode Island home buyer. That's going to be a good one. So it's Rhode Island home buyer, LLC. We'll buy your house, no closing cost fees. Rhode Island home buyers website, phone number. I guarantee if you go on Facebook, the dude probably has like, that is his.
See his photo, exactly what he looks like.
LinkedIn page. Yep. Buyers are so like super easy to do.
Yep.
Go through their funnel. Screw it. They'll be pissed because it's a sponsored ad and you probably cost them $400 for a inquiry. But yeah, like, dude, just take the action and then figure it out. Figure out what they need or what they have. Get on their buyers list as a bird dog, especially like New Hampshire and all these other ones. Like, get on the buyers list, because now you're going to see the deals flow, and then you're going to be able to be a bird dog for other people in that market. So, dude, it's like you got to take a few action steps, but you're going to quickly build that. And like, getting on the buyers list is probably not even that hard, because that's what their job is. That's what they want.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, if you want to extract this, put over to the portfolio. So, Eric, that's where I would say is like, I don't know if we have a way of actually tracking the homeowners. What you would want to do is just put into portfolios. And let's just say you were in here. Do you make a Kanban or a folder, or you just do a wholesaler folder? And then in the Kanban, change the view. somehow we can probably extract it and just build a list. It's probably a way of doing it in here. I just haven't thought about it. It's a good point. But 100% just put wholesalers, like New England wholesalers, boom, right here. And all of them will populate. Tell your assistant to go in there. Tell your friends, collaborators, whoever else, in DealSauce, you get a couple memberships. I think it's going to be up to 3. So Eric, they're changing the access of members, right? Because we were giving away like 9 or 10 spots on a team.
I think it was 10.
Yeah, way too many. So we had a meeting and they were like, how many people are giving away their, in their team? And I think it was like, all right, cool. Those who actually stuck with us from the get-go for the first 6 months, they're grandfathered in. So they're going to grandfather them in. And they're going to be cutting that off like tomorrow, I bet. And I don't know when they're doing it, but they're going to go limit it down to like 2 or 3, which is still freaking better than anybody who's doing out there. Everyone's charging.
Everything else is what, $25 a head, $50, something like that?
Yeah, for sure. And so they're going to we're still going to give it away. I said, you cannot strip it away. And they're like, what can we do? I said, no, give 2 or 3 people. That gives you like your collaborator and an assistant, yourself, 3 seats for the price of 1. I go, that should be fair enough. And they were like, okay, we can compromise there. So yeah, but they're not going to strip it away from everybody else. So I think they're going to grandfather people in. So that's a perk for people who actually trust the product and who wants to like hang out with us and join the experience. They're going to get the value over time anyway. No matter what, you're going to get the value. And these things are going to happen. They're going to continue to happen as you trust us and just trust the product and just come along for the journey that we're on. So, all right. Pulling wholesalers. Oh yeah. The other thing you could do, guys, just download it and export it. You hit the download button, you get a standard, you can bring all this information here, or you could actually just take out wherever overview, it's the owner, the address, the bed and the bath, take that, export it. And when it's done exporting, it's going to be right here, right up top here. That's it. That's the know-how. That's the version of pulling wholesalers, finding wholesalers. Eric, any other way of doing it? We could do it inside the commercial side of things. Be curious to see that. But that's where we would gravitate towards like RV parks. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So we could type in, we've done this before, but let's go to Florida. And this is a great alternative way of finding other owners too. So not just talking about wholesalers, expand upon this. So we're in the commercial side of DealSauce. We typed in the state of Florida. You can do whatever you want. Type in or go to like Georgia and Florida, draw a circle in your market, owner name. But this is where we were doing like self-storage. And you're going to get the people that won't come up under self-storage necessarily because their zoning or their tax card does not reflect that it's self-storage. So we have 444. And again, we'll do this. This says vacant land. But Frank Rizzo, he's an extra Z in there, though. Any Jerky Boy fans out there? RIZZO. Frank Rizzo, self-storage, he has vacant land. That could still be vacant, and it's just the owner. But it's going to see, like, what is he up to? If that's my business, I'm going to see what this mofo is doing because he could be like a Starbucks, right? He could be snatching up pieces of land that are prime locations. And he foresees that as in the storage game, just like Starbucks is going to be putting in themselves in markets that are up and coming in the population and demographics and all that. But he's doing stuff. This is a self-storage facility. That's proper, but this is industrial warehouse and it's an affordable self-storage facility. Industrial warehouse, vacant land, all of them are self-storage though. So you guys, these are the secrets. These are the things to help you. Everyone else will pull a list. Everyone else will just do the basic. I'm going to get a self-storage list in Florida and I'm going to pull it. No, you can do that. I recommend you doing that. I recommend you also layering it, pull a second list with names, find out other avenues and methods that people are buying self-storage or how they're hiding in there. And then you can just Eric, would you say put the two lists into like a chat GPT or AI technology and say, hey, cross-reference these? I bet you Excel does this. I'm not an Excel guru.
Yeah.
Fair to say that you can just say, hey, pull out duplicates.
Yeah. Easy to do in Excel and easier to do, in ChatGPT or Manus or something like that, just to whittle down that list so you're not making double calls. But I love that strategy. Like the, kind of sidestepping what the zoning is to figure out what, or who is actually behind the property that may have, an incorrect or a non-conventional, naming convention to their property. So I love it. What does it do when you type in solutions under the commercial side?
Ooh, all right, let's take a look. And anyone who's joining us right now, Eric and I are going through, we just showed how to find wholesalers real quick. And then we went in the residential side, pulled, searching the owner name, looking, and all we typed in was like home buyer or buyer, active on market. They're actually selling deals, and you're going to get different, folks with the name home in there. You're going to get home renovations, home repair, home buyers. All those people are in our industry. All those people do deals. All those people are flipping, selling, use their lenders, get their contacts, get their vendors, get their Rolodex. If anyone who's old enough to understand what a Rolodex is, Eric, I know you are. But bro, it's so good. And so we'll look at this one. Right now we're going through RV parks, self-storage, and the commercial side, just to show you can also do that. But utilize this. A lot of the other softwares they search by their mailing address. And although that's great, you're going to get a lot. You'll get similar properties in other mailing address and other LLCs. Not everyone has this feature. And that's the cool part about that. All right. So we want to do solutions?
Oh, let's see.
$1,200. Ring Property Solutions. Brett Dealer Solutions. Avon. Magical Property Solutions. That's a good one. All of these are wholesalers.
Okay.
Advanced Home Solutions. Bro, all of them are most likely. Blessed Homeland Solutions. All they do is vacant land, clearly. So is that someone you want to go to for land? Is that someone we want to go to for car wash? Get me your buyers list in Florida. Mm-hmm. Dude, this is the stuff that it's all there, but I don't expect everyone to understand it. But that's the stuff that you need. This is the hack. This dude right here, set him up as a hound dog, make him your bird dog, BITCH, and have him with your buy box. This is what I'm looking for. You're a land dude. This is what I'm looking for. And what I'm talking about is, the new endeavor that we're going to be going down with doing car washes and getting land. So Eric, what's the deal with that?
The car wash?
Yeah, the car wash. What can you give us a quick lowdown on what Pace is trying to do on that?
Somewhat. I have the abridged version, but there is going to be an effort to go out and acquire land or get land under contract to then create these very, unique, fully automated car wash centers on each one that are,
Mm-hmm.
Revolutionary in how they're being built and operated. And so don't have all the details, obviously, but that's going to be the push to find these spots across the country that are in, high traffic zones that are just ripe for new technology and car washes.
All right. So yeah, a couple of the things we're going to be looking at. It's going to be I'm trying to form this buy box now for Deal Sauce. Did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong screen. Sorry. All right. And then those people, I asked some folks to show up today if they needed help with Deal Sauce. And of course I don't see them. So go figure. All right. So we're going to be looking at vacant land, but also existing car washes across the country. So I would assume all 50 states. And the challenge with that, it's like corner lots, populations, demographics, even traffic counts and patterns. So like even the billboard that I have, like I looked at traffic counts. But we're going to try to put a buy box. I'm going to try to get all that data for us. Again, that is a custom, like no one's going to have that stuff. Like you're not going to go on PropStream and they're going to have traffic counts.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what it actually is, like what those parameters are, because you and I can go out and think like, oh, this is a great location for a car wash. And I mean, I don't know, but looks like it. But they want very, very specific. Like you said, must be a corner lot. I don't know if that's true, but must be a corner lot, must be in a city that has, 50,000 or more foot traffic, or, car traffic, must have, X number of cars going every day, hour, minute, who knows? So I'm very, very curious to see how specific they get. And I imagine it's going to be very specific and what that actually looks like, because it will open my eyes to things that I've never thought about before in terms of just the detail of everything.
Yeah, let's go look up. Let me do a search right now. I actually am very curious. You and I were in San Francisco and we were at a meetup, and it was Dustin Kircher. And who else did we meet there who was doing car washes?
Is he doing car washes?
No, it wasn't Dustin. It was another, was it John? What was his name? He was doing stuff in I think Texas and Arizona.
Doesn't ring a bell.
I forget. All right. So either way, let's go. You know what? I get out of commercial. Let's go see what's existing for car washes. We don't have the same amount of car washes and those things here, but they are successful. And I'm just going to search it right now. They're talking about these tunnels that are self-automated. They're making 40,000 cash flow a month. Very little. The only employee is the maintenance man. So what do we have for car washes? Special purpose? Retail? It's going to come down to zoning, sewer, water.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go check out retail. Car wash. Again, 380,000. Holy moly. Let's see what's active. If there's any for sale. 0. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to find it on LoopNet. That does not mean you're going to find it on, 200 and something. So let's take a look. Get some liens, upside down, car wash, Framingham. All these are cities. But these could also be potential folks that you can go make an offer on. Now, I know this area up here. Let's go check it out. Lowell. It's a city. All right. Probably have been to this. This is probably the one they do self-service. Corner lots. Love it, Lowell. Keep it classy.
Perfect.
Keep it classy. You guys are great. This is the hood. This is the one I've been to. So this is one of the only ones, bro. We're so old school around here.
This is where you go, you drive through, and then you pick up the brush yourself and put in the tokens. And
no, dude, this is old school. But like, people are laughing, I bet you, across the country. Whoever's going to watch this now or in the future, this is why I know the East Coast is primed to have some new stuff, because our technology and like some of the things we just don't have, like food trucks. Yeah, we got a couple. Car washes. We don't have the tunnels. Like, we don't have all the self-service. We don't have. No, you guys have it. All the brand new stuff. We have all old crap. But what I liked about this place is one of the first places that they'll dry it off by hand. Now, that is so common across the country. It's almost old school. This is one of the only places around here that I know like they'll open the doors, vacuum it real quick, dry your windows, dry all the things, like instead
of they don't do that normally for you?
No. No.
You just gotta get out and then just drive fast?
No. Yeah. No, there's usually ones that it's like it does it around you. So you drive in and the thing goes around your car, and then you drive out slowly and the blowers blow it off. That's it. Then at the end of it, maybe they'll give you like a box of like towels that will be like chilling there by yourself. Like you could go dry it off a little bit better. But I like this one where they'll take it through the tunnel. They'll go through the back. It goes through this tunnel. You go inside.
Yeah.
Buy your air fresheners. They send you through like a little funnel that's like refreshments and shit.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. And then you tip the guys. There's a tip stand on the back of this van, and that's it. But like that's rare for me. So I love this one. And that's what I'm trying to like, dude, that's antiquated. So anyway, I'm digressing on this car wash thing, but you can just see that if you had one tunnel here, you wouldn't need any employees. Like, dude, you have all the vacuums. That's it. And I think this is one of the best locations. You can clearly tell that Target's right here, the traffic, people come and go, the freeways right here. But that's what we're talking about. Yeah. So Eric, it goes all the way in the back. You go through and then you're on a corner lot. That's
how big is that? How big is that lot?
This is dude, it's a quarter acre, 9,000 square feet. Oh, that's the property, but yeah, that should be it. Oh, 1.9 acres.
1.9. Okay.
Yep. So I wonder what it's worth. I mean, I know that thing kills it as a cash business. It's been around for, I bet you, so long. And yeah, that's the name of the game. So Pace is doing this, I guess, across the country. Pretty interesting. But if you,
I'm excited to learn more.
Yeah.
As you could tell by my description of what's going on about 5 minutes ago, I have very limited information.
Yep. Yep. I get it. So that's the name of the game here. We'll go check this one out. Now I'm just trying to see what they look like. No, it's the same thing. All right. And those who are watching right now, we're looking at car washes. So we went from finding wholesalers. You guys can go back and look to see what we did on finding wholesalers. But now Eric and I are just going through a new endeavor that we're going to be developing inside of Deal Sauce, a custom filter, which I have to go on a mission and go find all the data and data providers and data source. Because if we're going to buy land and look for car washes and the things that would suit a car wash, we want to know about demographics. We want to know about traffic counts. We want to know about, all the things,
issues,
environmental, sewer, water. Yep. This one looks pretty, a little loop. See, they're all old, dude. They're all old. And that's what you get here. You drive in and you got to go through the rollers, put it in neutral, and you go and you spit you out the other end. That's it. But there's usually a guy who has to,
he guides you in
the front of that.
Yeah.
Guides you in, takes your cash, and then like has to wash the areas of it. Private lenders looking for potential gap lender, have a second lend position. Bro, we just went through a really good one. I can get you a fast track on finding a lender. Is it Wiley Russell or Russell Wiley? I'm going with Russell Wiley. Where are you out of? Like, give me a city. And did you see that we were doing something earlier about finding wholesalers, which you'll get their lenders? I would actually do that right now. Where are you out of?
San Antonio.
Is it?
Yeah.
San Antonio. Sorry, now. Yep, got it. All right, dog. Let's do it. Big market. San Antonio got some wholesale deals there. Cool. Bro, we're just going to do this. We're going to go active listings. This is the easiest, and this is all into the basic subscription. So this is what I'm getting you first. Owner name, home. $40. All right. We got Resk Home Solutions. Resk. See what he's up to. All right, probably a little fix and flip. Cool. Don't care. What I do care about, who's your lender? Oh, damn, looks like private money. Brendan Mattel. I'd be looking at that dude. He just lent out $125,000 on a construction loan. So I would definitely Google that mofo and just ask him like, hey, I'm in San Antonio. Saw you did, you've lent on a property with this person here. And that, Delaware Street, it's for sale 7 days ago. Cool. I actually toured it. It looked really fantastic. Those guys seem to know what they're doing. I'm like them. Maybe go see what their portfolio looks like, see if they do a lot of deals, and if that person does a lot with them. And then there's your relationship right there. Or if he's not your relationship, who might be, is there anyone that you know in your industry that might be a good fit for me? So bro, like literally we just found you a private money lender. I guarantee it's private money within the click of a few buttons. So then we got Texas something Seekers, Home Seekers. That's kind of a different one. Let's see what he's up to. Michael Kramer lends money. Bro, we just hit 2 PMLs, Eric. 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Want to go? Let's go 3 for 3.
Let's see. Don't put your luck though.
I know. Clever. I'm going with this one.
Max funding.
Dang it. House Max funding.
No, but those first two are great. Just seeing the, the personal names instead of an LLC, it's spot on.
So much better. And it could be a brother, it could be a father, it could be one of them or a partner. Like you don't know.
Yeah, I've run into that a bunch. Where I'll call somebody and they're like, "Oh no, I was helping out my daughter. I was helping out my, like you said, brother, cousin, whatever it may be." Or instead of making the phone call, you can actually just, check to see. Sometimes you'll notice that the owner and the lender, same name, very similar, like something, something similar enough for me to not want to pick up the phone and call because I know it's just like an intra-family thing.
Wiley, can you give me a freaking testimonial for this? Can you please give me some love somewhere? Go tell support at dealsauce.io that like you just had an epiphany and we just gave you 3 private money lenders in San Antonio. You get this one too. Roadrunner Home Buyers uses them because I think this one is like, I just burnt my tongue. He said it's so good.
Can you say that name, Justin? The lender?
No, I can't. I will not try to do that. I had a Indian gentleman on the other day, and I think I hit it close.
No, you did, yeah.
Yeah. Making a difference, home investors. Let's see if they're making a difference with PMLs. Damn, they're funding themselves. Maybe not. Who's this?
That's a mouthful. That buyer.
Westberg? Oh, the buyer?
Making a difference daily home investors LLC.
Yeah, they're just trying too hard. What do you guys think? Is that it? I mean, that's pretty cool. That's more proof in the pudding here. I keep trying to like justify like why this is so dope and why these things are so easy.
Well, I think it's fantastic because, just a few months ago when we were really getting going on this and finding lenders, and there was kind of like one specific way to do it, right? Mm-hmm. Or one easy way. And over the last few months, figured out the ways that you don't have to have the upgrades to get that lender list. And how many birds can you actually kill with one stone, right? So you're going to go or you're looking for a wholesaler list. So what we've done today is wholesaler list, and then in the same search found like legit lenders on these, like actual people who are doing deals in those areas that are not hard money lenders. They're not institutions. Like it's been amazing to see that progress, or super fun to see that progress.
Yeah, dude. It's like, we're literally trying to give everybody what they need. And no one talk, like you don't see PropStream coming on here talking about it. You don't see all these other things coming on here. Like we're trying to solve the gap. We're trying to give you guys the people. Now you have to do your job. You know what I mean? Like the easy button can only be hit so much and or so close, because it's up to us to actually have the credibility, have the conversation, be presentable and convey our need in a manner that a lender will actually understand, right? Eric, as someone who deals with money and who's dealt with volumes of money and deals and transactions and lenders, and presentation is everything, and how you carry yourself, right? Mm-hmm. Look at Elliot, one of our partners. He's like, I filtered through hundreds of deals and like one-pagers, people looking to grab money. And he's like, I had to correct their work. I had to tell them where their math was wrong. So come correct. Wiley, yes, bro. If you could go to just whatever it is, even if it's a screenshot, like I just want to like send a testimonial in, support@dealsauce.io. That would be like the most amazing thing, because I never asked anybody. You're probably the first person I've asked. And secondly, I don't know, dude, that's pretty cool. Like we just went on here, San Antonio. Although it was 3 for 3, I'd love to go for that one. We get 2 for 2, and then we gave you a couple others, but you could do this with your Deal Sauce account. So you could literally come in here. I don't care what I would do too, whatever market you're in, don't limit yourself. I don't think you're going to have lenders that be like, oh man, I can't go out of San Antonio. I can't, if you're in San Marcos, I know someone up there, but let's say that you guys are a little bit more north. Like, dude, draw a box. Let's get some more people in here. Federal Home Mortgage Corporation, you don't want that. But like, let's see what this one's up to. I bet you there's a way I'm not even thinking of it. It's like I can filter by individuals too. Yeah, we could.
Could you exclude LLCs?
It's the lenders thing is the big one. Well, all you do is what you can do is take the whole list out of here, take the whole 50 list, and then just go to the lender. Maybe it won't be in there. You got to see if the lender is going to be in the export.
Well, okay. So export your list and then either go to Excel or into to ChatGPT and say, highlight all entries with a lender that is has a human name, right? Or however you want to put it, that is not a company.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what I do. Wiley, that's the thing to do, bro. I put the email right there too, but you can export this, see what it comes out, or just go through and write them down and then Google it like I did. I just Googled this dude or one of them, RH4 Financial. I know I got like a Florida, but I typed in San Antonio and then I got RH4 Financial acquires 158 East Vestal Place, San Antonio. So I would think that's probably your lender on one of those deals. And that's a fair amount of money. Like 73,000 is not that much money. So that's pretty cool. Like they're not talking millions and billions of dollars where they're going to be so big. I like the small dudes. You want the smaller individuals and the smaller folks. And a company like this Financial in their name, they may have products that they might be okay with. Like, yo, I will give you the money. It's going to cost you 14%. But if you're going to pay it back in 6 months, whatever the case may be, they might be into that. So you won't know until you ask. But dude, I hope that helps. Eric, what do you say we take this home?
Sounds like a plan.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Covered quite a bit and had some success at the end there.
Yeah, we didn't have the folks that I was supposed to help on here. I asked them to come from Tuesday's call to come on here. They didn't show up, but that's cool. We got to help Wiley out. And yeah, guys, we are doing this training. I'm going to get rid of this one. We're doing a training. It's going to be in 2 weeks. I can't even tell you the date exactly. It's going to be probably a Monday. So let me think about it here. So if you're going to go to this website, I want you guys to sign up, saucemydeals.com/prop. We just did a training on Monday. So the team's recalibrating, regrouping, and they want us to go with Prop AI back on. And what we did was I joined forces with Prop AI, automated AI technology that makes phone calls, cold calls. And we've just been having so much fun with it. And we're getting leads really fast. I have recordings on it. There should be a recording out. I know there's something coming out Saturday on my YouTube. I might bump it up a little bit early, but those who actually showed up to that event, you're going to get the recording. And I have the recording. It's on my YouTube. Again, I put it out for Saturday, but I think just to give them time to tell you guys that we have it, but I'm telling you right now, we have it. It's out. I worked on it late last night on editing, and it's ready to go. So you can have it and kind of rinse and repeat what we did. But we're going to do part 2 of that series, where we're going to go now talk about the leads, closing them, recordings, maybe make some phone calls live on air. We're going to probably bring in Chris Geddes. We're going to bring in this one of his closers, Nick. They're all on a team. We're all on a team together, and we're all collaborators. But more importantly, I just want you to see different flavors, different conversations, what Prop AI actually, how it works. So definitely check that out. saucemydeals.com/prop. Sign up again. And yeah, you're going to get all the recordings anyway. You'll get access to everything we give, and we're going to give a bunch of stuff away. So do that. Appreciate you guys so much. If you're looking for Prop AI, I don't even know. I could probably tell you guys right here. If you already have Deal Sauce and you don't want it, you want Prop AI, it gives you 1,500 calls. It's prop.dealsauce.io. You're going to get 1,500 calls with that. And just to tell you guys, we got 2 seller finance leads on deck. We called 164 agents. So out of that 1,500, we only used 164 dials. So that's how, and then you can rinse and repeat that. Eric, we ran the statistics on that call.
Yeah.
I'm going to nerd out for a second, but I said, all right, we're at 11% lead ratio right now out of I think I used 230 or 164, whatever it was. We had 230 on the list. Only 164 got called. And out of 164 was 16 leads. Whatever the ratio I ran, the number, it was 11%. I said, okay, do that if I have 1,500 calls. I think it was 150 leads we would have gotten.
It's insane.
You can't do that though. You're going to waste leads, and agents are going to get pissed off. So what you got to do is just take bite size in the 200 list. Now, if you're going to go direct to seller, be advised. You're talking to people with an agent in front of them that are telling they're already raising their hand that they have something for sale. So that's a lot easier. The barrier of entry is a lot easier. Now, when you go to expired listings, I'd say the notch is a little bit less easy, or less easy. And then if you're going just straight up cold calling, direct to seller, you're going to want to pull the list of 1,000, 2,000 to get enough leads to work. Mm-hmm. And that's volume, because that's always been volume. That's always been the game, but it's also comes down the best list. The better the quality, the better the motivation, the better the likelihood of selling, the better you're going to have a success rate. So I thought that was really awesome to see, though.
Yeah. Love it.
All right. Appreciate everyone for showing up. Eric, thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out. And guys, I will see you on the next one. We will do Tuesdays. Probably this Tuesday, I'll be live again inside the communities. And I'm not sure if we'll do next Thursday. I might be traveling. If I don't, I will see you guys at that Monday or Tuesday if you sign up to that on the 8th or 9th, I think it is. Yeah, 8th or 9th. We haven't picked the date yet. I will see you guys there for the live webinar. It's going to be fun. Be a lot of people, a lot of giveaways. And I will see you guys on the next one. Later.
See ya.